Hi there, this is Natasha. I'm a crochet tutor and designer at My Creative Butterfly. I teach crochet through my courses, classes, and patterns not just as a hobby but also as a tool that will help you be more mindful in your day to day life. I've been crocheting for over 30 years now and I have taught over 2,500 students globally. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you like what you learned today, don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to hit that notification button so that you do not miss out on any of the new tutorials that I put out. In this tutorial today, I'll show you how to do the absolute basic crochet stitches, that is the crochet chain. With the crochet chain, I'll also show you how to hold the crochet hook and how to hold the yarn. These are the basic techniques that you'll need once you are getting started with crocheting. So if you have never ever tried crocheting before, this is the perfect tutorial for you to get you started with your crochet journey. Before we start with the actual tutorial, let me show you the tools and materials that you'll need. Since we are not doing any specific project, there will be very little materials required. I'm just using a yarn and a hook. The yarn that I'm using is a size 5 bulky weight yarn. With this, I'm using a 6 mm crochet hook. It is not necessary that you have to use the very same yarn and the hook. You can use any other yarn. Just make sure that you adjust the hook size according to the yarn that you are using. The basic technique to find out if the hook is suitable for the yarn is that when you try to hold the yarn in the hook, then it should exactly fit the mouth of the hook like this. It should not be too big and it should also not be too small for the hook size. This is the basic. Later on in the series that we are going to do, we'll see how to actually choose a hook size for a particular yarn or how to adjust the hook sizes as per the different yarn sizes that we have. So this is all materials, the tools and materials that you'll need. So let us get started. We'll start with the hook holds. So let us see how to hold a crochet hook when you are crocheting. Let us see how to hold a crochet hook when you are crocheting. There are two basic methods of holding a crochet hook for crocheting. These two methods are called pencil hold and a knife hold. I'll show you both of these today. You can choose any one that you like. There is no right or wrong way to hold a crochet hook. You can experiment with both the methods and then choose whichever you find more comfortable. So before we start with the hook hold, let me give you the basics of the crochet hook. So this is a crochet hook. This part is called the hook. This part is called the neck. This is the shaft. This flat part is called the grip. This is the part where you are going to hold the hook from, and the rest of the part of this long part of the crochet hook is called the handle. So we are always going to hold the hook through the grip. The grip is supposed to be there to hold, to grip the hook. That is why it is called the grip. If you have a different kind of hook, then you might not have the flat area in your hook, but you are usually supposed to go 1.5 to 2 inches below the hook, the tip of the hook, and that is where you are going to hold it. So the first type of hook hold is the knife hold. So in order to hold the hook in the knife hold method, hold the hook like this, that the hook, the opening of the hook should be facing you. Then with your thumb, hold the front of the grip like this. Keep your index finger free. With your middle finger, hold the back of the grip and the other two fingers will be wrapped around the handle. This finger will be free to control the loops that will be there on the hook. So this is how you can hold the hook in the knife hold. The knife hold gets its name from the way you hold a knife when you are chopping something. So you're just going to hold the hook the same way as you would hold a knife when you are chopping. So this is the knife hold. Now in order to do the pencil hold, as the name suggests, pencil hold is the way of holding a crochet hook the way you would hold a pencil. So for this, for the knife hold, the hook was under the palm. The hook was held under the palm. For pencil hold, the hook will be above the hand like this. Put the thumb here, the front grip. Again, put the index finger here. The rest of the two fingers will be at the back like this. Again, this finger will be free. The index finger will be free for holding the yarn or for controlling the loop that will be there on the hook. So this is how you hold the hook in the pencil hold. So these are the two different types of hook holds. Now, before we start with doing the chain stitch, let us see how to hold the yarn. Again, for holding the yarn, there are two methods. One is the traditional method that I learned from my grandmother. For that is a easier one, but again, there is no right or wrong way to hold the yarn. You can experiment with all the methods, and whichever you find more comfortable, you can choose that method to hold the yarn when you are crocheting. So the first method is a traditional method. So in that, just wrap the yarn around your index finger. Remember, this is your non-dominant hand. You are going to hold the hook in your dominant hand and you are going to hold the yarn in the non-dominant hand. So just wrap the yarn like this around your index finger as many times as you can, and then with the middle finger and the thumb hold the other piece of the yarn like this. So this is the starting tail, this is the longer tail. So the longer tail will be wrapped around your finger, and this is the working area. This should be around 2 to 2.5 inches. This is where you are going to be crocheting. So this is how you hold the yarn by wrapping it around the finger, and when you need to feed the yarn to your work, then you will just keep on unwrapping one wrap like this, and then you can keep on crocheting. I'll just show you quickly. So when you are making the chain, just keep on unwrapping it like this. So this is the one way to hold the yarn. Now the second method is, this is the way that I prefer to hold the yarn because it is much quicker. It is slightly complicated to get a hang of in the beginning, but once you learn how to do that, it will be very easy if you will hold the yarn like this while you are crocheting. So take this short tail of yarn. This is your non-dominant hand. Wrap the yarn around your pinky finger from the front, from the top, going behind like this. Then go under the index finger, and then again I'm going to be holding it with the middle finger and the thumb like this. This is the portion where you will be working, so this has to be around 2 to 2.5 inches. This is how you will hold. Now when you are supposed to feed the yarn, you just keep opening your pinky finger like this, and the yarn will keep on getting extended. If you don't want to feed the yarn, then just keep these two fingers closed, and you can see that you will not be able to pull the yarn. So this is how this method works. Once you open the finger, you will be able to take the yarn. Once you close the finger, you will not be able to pull the yarn. So I'll just show you one more time very quickly. Take the starting tail of the yarn, wrap it around the the pinky finger from the front top, going behind the finger, coming again towards the palm of your hand. Then take it behind the index finger like this, and then hold it with your middle finger and the thumb. So these are the two ways of holding the crochet hook and two ways of holding the yarn. Now before we start with the chain stitch, first we have to make a basic knot that will be placed on the crochet hook to start the chain stitch. So that stitch is known as the slip stitch or the slip knot. So in order to do the slip knot, just fold the yarn like this in a U shape, then twist it once like this. Now I'm going to take this wrap and I'm going to fold it over the long tail. This is the tail that is attached to the ball of the yarn. So fold it on that, grab this loop, the one that is attached to the ball, and then just pull the starting tail like this. So this is your slip knot. Now to see if your slip knot is done properly, just pull this long tail. You should be able to pull it like this. So this is how you do a slip knot. Now we can start with the chain stitch. So take your hook, insert the hook in the loop like this, and just pull it. Make sure it is neither too tight nor too loose. Just it should just fit and should easily slip on your hook like this. Now I am going to be showing you the chain stitch with the knife hold because that is the hold that I prefer. But if you prefer the pencil hold, then you can easily do the crocheting with that hold. Now hold the yarn as I have taught you. Now I am going to hold this knot that we did with your middle finger and the thumb like this. Now in order to do a chain stitch, first of all the hook should be facing you. Now to do a chain stitch, take the hook from the front under the yarn like this, then turn the hook downwards, then slowly pull it through the loop like this. This is your chain stitch. So once you are doing it, just remember you have to go from the front and under. So when you are doing the stitch, I usually prefer to keep on saying in my head front and under, so that I know that I have to go from the front of the yarn and under the yarn. You don't have to go on in the back, because if you do that, it will be very difficult to catch the yarn. So don't do that. Again, I'll show you one more chain stitch. Come to the front, under the yarn, then face the hook downwards and slowly pull it through the loop on the hook. Repeat that again. Go from the front and under the yarn, face the hook downwards, and slowly pull it through the loop. Again, front and under, then face the hook downwards and pull it through the loop. Make sure that you face the hook downwards, because if the hook will be facing you, then you'll not be able to pull it through the loop. So if you have to pull it through the loop that is already there on the hook, you'll always have to face the hook downwards, and then you can easily pull it out. I'll show you a few more chains. Front, under the yarn, face the hook downwards, pull it through the loop. Front and under, face the hook downwards and pull it through the loop. Now once you keep on making the chains, you'll have to keep moving the grip of your non-dominant hand upwards. Keep holding it as close as to the hook as possible, because that will make it easier for you to work. Again, front and under, face the hook downwards and pull it through the loop. So this is the chain stitch. This is the most basic stitch of crocheting. This is how you get started. So we'll do the other basic stitches also of beginners crochet in the next series that we are going to do. So before you move on to the next video tutorial, make sure that you practice the chain stitch very nicely. This is what a chain stitch looks like. In the next tutorial, in the next video, I'm going to show you the different parts of a chain and how you are supposed to do the next stitch, the next row of the stitches over the chain stitch. So we'll be doing all those in the next video, and I'm going to be putting a link to the playlist that we'll be doing, that is the Absolute Beginner playlist. You can find the link to that on the top right corner of your video. You can click on that and you can move on to the other videos as soon as I'll be adding those. So this is all for today's tutorial. I hope you liked what you learned today. If you liked, then please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and do hit that notification button so that you do not miss out on any of the new tutorials that I put out. Also, if you have any problem, if you find any kind of confusion in following the tutorial that I had done today, please feel free to put it in the comments. I'll be more than happy to help. So this is all from my side today. Thank you so much for watching, and happy crocheting. Bye bye.